It's been 1 year since college athletes have been able to make money on name, image, and likeness deals, forever changing the economics of college sports. And Cronkite News reporter Ethan Ryter tells us how it might impact recruiting.
The rules used to be simple.
We used to prevent a booster from giving a kid a ride home in the car, and now we're giving the kid a car.
Since name, image, and likeness became official a year ago, things have gotten much more complicated. As athletes score NIL deals, experts say the opportunities will affect recruiting.
Student athletes, of course, are going to try to realize the most amount of money that they're able to. But they also kind of want to probably end up at the schools that make a lot of sense to them.
One company trying to help athletes make the most money is Open Doors. It has formed a marketplace of athletes across college and the pros, with the purpose of helping brands, sponsors, and fans find the athletes they want to form partnerships with. Senior Director of Communications Sam Weber says the practice known as collectives, where one group creates a fund pool at a given school, could drastically change the recruiting picture.
The acknowledgement that the collective at a school exists and that they are actively and compliantly supporting that school's student athletes, that will play a huge role in Power 5 recruiting.
Let's take a look at some data from Open Doors based off of the first year of NIL and see why it may have some impact on recruiting. Compensation by region is super interesting. Southeast has 20% of the total compensation. The mountain region where Arizona is only has 5%. So the total, a little bit more than $1 billion going out to all of these regions. There's only about $60 million in the mountain area. So that could definitely have an impact on where players decide to play. Now also total compensation by conference, you look at these top six, Big 10, Big 12 getting a lot of money. Maybe that's where players want to go play because they know that they're getting more money than some of these other conferences. So that definitely could have an impact on recruiting. Also, looking where the money is coming from, kind of the origin. If you go to men's, there's really a small sliver here that I want to point out, this dark green sliver. Only 2% of it so far is from fans. If you go to the women's side as well, only 1%. So that's something that Weber talked about being something that's definitely going to change in the future of NIL.
And really, it's because the infrastructure isn't there for them yet. And I emphasize yet.
Even with the growing scene of NIL, top recruits will sometimes still make decisions based more on their draft potential. But for other athletes, especially women, NIL can play a key role in what school they choose.
It's not a stretch to say that some of, if not the highest earners, are women's basketball players right now. And that's largely in part due to them being proactive and building very passionate, engaged audiences with their social media profiles.
Recruiting incentives and an unchecked marketplace have made the first year of NIL confusing to sort out, and experts don't expect that to change anytime soon. In Tempe, Ethan Ryter, Cronkite News.
The athlete with the most endorsements on record so far is a running back and track athlete at an HBCU school, Norfolk State. He has signed 69 NIL deals in the last 12 months.